Now, let us begin our class with Brahmanad. Om. Om. Shanti. 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 Swastha. Good morning, children. Today we will discuss the remaining part of Unit 2 of the lesson After 20 Years by O. Henry. In our previous class, we discussed that the police officer was on his patrolling duty. When he was on his patrolling duty, he found a man standing near the doorway of the hardware store. When he found a man standing near the doorway of the hardware store, he quickened his steps in order to reach there. After reaching at the doorway of the hardware store, he wanted to ask something to the man standing there, but he changed his mind. He did not ask anything. Rather, he allowed the man standing near the doorway of the hardware store speak first. The man who was standing there thought the way he was standing must seem to others suspicious. So he began narrating why he was standing there. He told the police officer that he was waiting there for a friend. He had made a commitment with his friend that he would meet with his friend at the same place and at the same time when they had departed from each other 20 years before. In order to keep his promise, he had come covering thousands of miles to keep his promise. Meanwhile, the man struck the match to light his cigar. When the man struck the match to light his cigar, the police officer could see the face of the man. He had pale face, square jaws, deep dark eyes. At the same time, he had also a white mark near his right eyebrow. So he recognized that the man was the notorious criminal. At the same time, he also understood the man who was standing there was no other than his friend with whom he had made an appointment before 20 years, that after the completion of 20 years, both of them would come to the same place at the same time when they had departed to meet each other. Wherever they might be or whatever their position might be, they would keep their commitment and would come immediately after the completion of 20 years in order to keep the promise. So the man had come and was standing there to keep his promise. But before 20 years or 20 years before, there was a restaurant and it was the Brady's restaurant. But now there was no restaurant, but there stood a hardware store. So in order to remove all the suspicions from the mind of the police officer, he went on giving some more information to the police officer. When the police officer asked the man standing near the doorway of the hardware store, "Have you not received any letters, or have you not come to know anything about your friend?" Now let us read what he said to the police officer. "Well, yes, for a time we corresponded. After departing from each other, both the friends had their correspondence through letters. The man who went to the west, or the friend who went to the west, wrote letters to his friend Jimmy Wells. The man standing near the doorway of the hardware store, said to the police officer that his friend's name was Jimmy Wells. 20 years before, Jimmy Wells was 20 years and he was 18 years. But now, of course, Jimmy Wells must be 40 years and his friend must be 38 years. Clear? But after separation, they had their correspondence through letters. Well, yes, for a time we corresponded, said the other. Here the other refers to the man standing near the hardware store. What did he say to the police officer? He said to the police officer, "After my going to the west, or after my going to Chicago, I wrote letters to my dearest friend Jimmy Wells. He also sent letters to me and we had our correspondence for some time." Yes, for a time we corresponded, said the other. But after a year or two, we lost track of each other. But after a year or 2 years, they lost their track and they did not write letters to each other. But after a year or two, we lost our way, our track of each other. Though Chicago was what you call my headquarters. So the headquarters of Jimmy Wells' friend was Chicago. Chicago was his headquarters. I kept moving around a lot. But what did he do? He did not remain in a place forever. He went on changing his place. He kept moving around a lot. See, the terrorists, the antisocials, the criminals do not remain in a place forever. What do? They go on moving all around. They go on changing their places. If they remain in a place, they will be caught by the police. So, the antisocials or the criminals or the smugglers do not remain in a place forever. But I know Jimmy will meet me here if he is alive. See how confident the man was. And what did he say to the police officer? And remember, the police officer was no other than the friend of the man standing near the doorway of the hardware store. And the police officer's name was Jimmy Wells. But he is reluctant to give his identification to the man standing near the hardware store. Jimmy Wells, the police officer, understood the man standing near the hardware store, near the doorway of the hardware store, was his friend. But he is reluctant. He is showing his reluctancy to give his identification because he identified that his friend had turned into a criminal. That was the reason why he was not giving his identification to the man standing near the doorway of the hardware store. But the man was confident enough that if his friend Jimmy Wells was alive, he would definitely keep his promise and would come to meet him. But I know Jimmy Wells meet me here if he is alive, for he always was the truest, truest, the superlative degree of truest, staunchest means very sincere, staunchest, S-T-A-U-N-C-H-E-S-T, staunchest means very sincere, as Jimmy Wells was truest and sincere friend of his. For he always was the truest, staunchest old chap in the world. He will never forget. See the confidence of a friend towards his friend. And what was he telling to the police officer? Of course, the police officer was Jimmy Wells himself. He was telling if Jimmy Wells was alive, he would definitely come and meet me, as he was the truest and the staunchest chap in the world. He will never forget his commitment. He will never forget his promise. I came 1,000 miles. Of course, he came from Chicago to New York. I came 1,000 miles to stand at this door tonight. And it is worth it. It has its importance. It has its value. My coming from Chicago to New York would be fruitful if my old friend, my old chap turns up. Here turns up means arrive. If he arrives and meets me, then my coming from Chicago to New York would be fruitful. It is worth of it if my old partner or my friend turns up. And remember, turn up is a phrasal verb. And what does it mean? It means arrive. The waiting man pulled out a handsome watch. The lid of it set with small diamonds. Thereafter, the man standing near the doorway of the hardware store pulled out a handsome watch, a costly watch, and the lid, here lid means cover, L-I-D, lid means cover, and the cover of the watch set with small diamonds. See how rich was the man standing near the doorway of the hardware store. He had a handsome watch, and the cover of the watch was set with small diamonds. 10:25, he said. Then he looked at his watch, and the time was 10:25, and both the friends had departed from each other after dining at Brady's restaurant. And it was 10:30 at night when the man pulled out his watch and looked at it. The time was 10:25. 10:25, he said. It was exactly 10:30 when we parted. Parted means separated with each other. And what information did the waiting man give to the police officer? He said to the police officer that we parted with each other from Brady's restaurant after having our dinner exactly at 10:30 at night. It was exactly 10:30 when we parted here at the restaurant door. Made lots of money out in the world, didn't you? Asked the policeman. Then the policeman asked the waiting man, I think you must have made lots of money. You must have earned a lot of money in the West. The waiting man replied, well, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I earned a lot of money in the West. He agreed. He confessed. He admitted. Well, it wasn't bad, I must admit. Here I refers to the waiting man. The waiting man said that he must admit that he earned a lot going to the West. I hope Jimmy has not done half so well. And he expected that his dearest friend, the finest job, must not have progressed, must not have made half of the money that he had made going to the West. I hope Jimmy has done half so well. He was somewhat slow in the brain. He said to the police officer, he said to Jimmy Wells that my friend Jimmy has done half so well, but he must not have progressed or developed like me. He was somewhat slow in the brain, though he was a good fellow. Though Jimmy Wells was a good chap or a good person, he was somewhat slow in the brain. So he hoped that his friend has done half so well compared to him. I have had to compete with some of the sharpest wits in the world to earn my dollars. At the same time, the man standing near the doorway of the hardware store said to the police officer that he had to compete. With whom did he have to compete? He had to compete with some of the sharpest wits or the wise people in the world to earn his money, to earn his dollars. A man gets into the rut in New York. Here remember, gets into the rut means becomes very ordinary. Gets into the rut is an idiom. And what does it mean? It means becomes very ordinary. A man becomes very ordinary in New York. The West requires, but in Chicago or the West requires fighting. And when we fight, we learn a lot. As he fought to earn his money, he learned also a lot. The West requires fighting and teaches it. The West teaches how to fight in order to earn more and more money. The policeman took a step or two. Then he said to the waiting man, I hope your friend comes around all right. Now it is going to be 10:30 at night, and I hope your friend comes around all right. Are you going to wait for some time in case he does not turn up at the appointed time? He asked. Before leaving the waiting man, the police officer Jimmy Wells asked him whether he was going to wait for some time if his friend didn't turn up. Turn up means arrive at the appointed time. So he could not arrest, though he identified that the waiting man was his friend who had turned into a criminal. He could not arrest. So, before leaving the waiting man, he wanted to confirm himself how long would that waiting man wait for his friend if his friend did not turn up at the appointed time. So he asked before leaving the place, "Are you going to wait for some more time in case he does not turn up at the appointed time?" The waiting man replied to the police officer that he would give him half an hour more. That means he would wait till 11 o'clock at night. He would wait till 11 p.m. if his friend did not turn up at the appointed time. And what was the appointed time? The appointed time was 10:30 o'clock at night. So he said to the police officer, "I will give him half an hour more." It means he would wait for his friend to arrive till 11 p.m. "I will give him half an hour," said the other. Here the other refers to whom? The other refers to the waiting man. "If Jimmy is alive on earth, he will be here by the time." See the confidence of a friend towards his friend. He said to the police officer, "If my friend Jimmy Wells is alive, he will never forget his promise and he will reach here at the appointed time." Of course, his friend Jimmy Wells had kept his promise and he reached the place before time. As we all know, his friend was that same police officer. "If Jimmy is alive on earth, he will be here by the time." So long, officer. "Good night, sir," said the policeman before leaving the place. He greeted, the police officer greeted the man standing near the doorway of the hardware store. He wished him good night. "Good night, sir," said the policeman, passing on along his beat and inspecting or examining the doors as he went to the police station. Now, let me ask you a few questions in order to know how you have grasped the lesson. Why did the police officer not speak first to the waiting man? The police officer did not speak to the waiting man because he wanted that the waiting man should speak fast so that he would get some more information from him. What information did he collect from the waiting man? The police officer collected the information from the waiting man near the hardware store that he was waiting for a friend. He had come 1,000 miles away in order to keep his promise, as he had made a promise with his friend that both of them would come and meet together at the same place after the completion of 20 years at the same time when they had departed from each other. What more information did the police officer collect from the waiting man? The police officer at the same time collected some other information from the waiting man. He told him that Jimmy Wells was his friend. He was the finest chap in the world. And when he departed 20 years before that time, his friend was 2 years senior to him. His friend was 20 years of age and he himself was of 18 years. Before departing from each other, they took their dinner at Brady's restaurant and they separated from the door of the restaurant exactly at 10:30. He also collected some more information from the waiting man. What did he ask before leaving the waiting man at the doorway of the hardware store? The police officer asked the waiting man how long would he wait if his friend did not arrive or did not turn up at the appointed time. What was the reply of the waiting man? The reply of the waiting man was that he would give half an hour more to his friend if he did not arrive at the appointed time. That means he would wait till 11 p.m. for his friend to arrive there. In our next class, we will go through Unit 3 of the lesson after 20 years.